definitely can tell. Somebody was like, hey, if you go like, especially with a girl, whatever that means, if you go to the wild area, it's going to be too much. But that's kind of like our plan later.
Too much for me or too much for who?
I don't know what it means. You know, if you're going to walk on the street like that, they're going to offer... What is he offering?
Of course, you know.
No, I don't know. So it has been quite a while in Thailand. I've been to a lot of different parts of this beautiful country, and I have to tell you, one place we didn't really plan to go was Pattaya.
Exactly.
Or Pattaya, however you say it. It is one of the most popular places in all of Thailand. It's close to Bangkok, and because this time around we were like, you know, we don't want to take a flight, we don't want to take a train necessarily.
Yes.
Not go too far for the last week in Thailand. Check out Pattaya. So this is also where we are right now. So we're close to the ocean. We are staying at a really cool hotel. This was another reason to come out. The Veranda Hotel, absolutely beautiful here. But I have to tell you, this place is known to be like super touristy. A lot of tourists from all over the world. And that's kind of like the main reason why, you know, it's not known as like, let's say, the most like natural beauty place. Just kind of like a party town, sort of.
Oh yeah, totally.
And we're curious. How is it gonna be? Are we gonna like it? Are we not gonna like it? So today, join us. We're gonna take you around a little bit Pattaya, go to the crazy party street they have here, show you also the quieter areas. I think the goal is gonna be to get our hands on a scooter for one day. We're gonna be here. But first, a word from today's video sponsor, Safety Wing. So if you are on the road a lot, if you're traveling, or maybe you are a nomad or a remote worker, a travel medical insurance is definitely a must-have. And you see, in my opinion, it's one of the most affordable and convenient options. It works pretty much like a subscription, so you can cancel it any month, any week. You can book it for however long you need it, which really makes it different from other options. And it's also fairly affordable. It starts at $42 for 4 weeks, which is pretty much a third of similar competitors with a similar insurance value. It's like if you're already on the road, you can still book their service, worldwide coverage. And of course, if something happens, you can reach them 24/7 with their support hotline. I'll leave all the details first thing in the description. Before we head into the busy area of Pattaya, let me give you an idea of the home for the week. Seriously, I have to tell you, it's kind of like a super nice and cozy boutique hotel. Without it, the most impressive thing is certainly this kind of like blue water pool. You know, back in the day, it was like very, let's say, popular to have like kind of like dark blue in the pool, but now this baby blue thing really adds something to it, I would say. And the cool thing is, yeah, we're right by the beach. Here you can go down. Definitely not a blue water beach, but we got that taken care of with the pool. So we were just talking yesterday. Yeah. Pattaya is kind of like the closest option if you come to Bangkok and you wanna.
Definitely. Only like 1.5 hours drive away.
So even though it might be known as a party place, I think that's kind of like already what is the selling point if you're in Bangkok, if you want to make it out to the sea. And yeah, this is really it. Here you can kind of like lay down and just this mountain view. I think this is an island. Back there, this is also an island. So theoretically, yeah, Kolan, I think. So theoretically, there's also islands around here. Okay guys, so we are hitting the road for the first time during daylight here on the scooter.
Wow!
Oh yeah! We're approaching, let's say, the center of Phuket right now. The further you drive, so it's a very long drive. It's the Jomtien beach. I think online somewhere I've seen like 6 kilometers or something. And it looks like, what do you think? Is it natural trees or did they plant them?
Wow, I think they planted them.
Yes, there's actually quite a lot of palm trees right by the beach, which even on a cloudy day, it looks kind of nice now. So honestly, yesterday, the first impression wasn't the best. We went straight up to the busiest area, a little bit grungy, a little bit dirty. But today I'm driving around and I kind of have to say it's kind of cool, especially on a more sunny day.
Well, you know, because like now people are just chilling, but last night everybody's like on a mission. And
we went like straight up to the busiest street, which is a bit wild. We're gonna show you probably later tonight. So I got the scooter, actually pretty nice one, more expensive than in other places. Negotiations didn't really took place. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, they look cool. He's gonna crawl in. I got it. That's where we were yesterday. Okay guys, so I drove around Pattaya for around an hour on the scooter just to get an idea. Drove by the Sanctuary of Truth, a really nice temple. The sun also peeked out a little bit in between. And yeah, back in the area around our hotel. So what I have to say about Pattaya is kind of maybe in a similar way how I felt about Phuket. There's areas that are mostly just like bars and, you know, girls dancing. So that's one area. But the other areas is like big city, big malls, and like very different vibe in other parts of the town, right?
Yeah, the Terminal 21
exactly
was very impressive.
So like also really modern areas, so that was nice to see. That's kind of like what I was looking for a little bit in Pattaya, not just the one strip for tourists. So if you head out a little bit, big city, I'm telling you. So drove around a good bit. I think we're gonna have dinner right now, and then gonna check out also a little bit the nightlife. So guys, and for the evening we came up to the roof of the Veranda Hotel. Even though it was cloudy earlier, it's nice, right?
Yeah.
Windows also started. So we are right now on the 4th floor of the Veranda Hotel. Super nice view. Pretty much you see in the back kind of like the skyline of the main city, and this is pretty much at the end of the Jomtien beach. And I just got a comment on the first Thailand video that I published that people say this is like the quiet and peaceful area where we just were. Definitely can tell. Somebody was like, hey, if you go like, especially with a girl, whatever that means, if you go to the wild area, it's going to be too much. But that's kind of like our plan later.
Too much for me or too much for who?
I don't know what it means. I guess too much for you probably, you know.
Okay, well, we've been to Phuket. I know what's up.
We'll see, we'll see. So later we're gonna head there as well. So for right now, this is gonna be a little bit our view. I think we're gonna be sitting over there. There we go. The place just opened. The music's coming in. Let's get this night going. Alrighty guys, so for starters, we're going in for shrimps. Super nice. And here, Thai Tom Yum soup. Wow, is that a nightclub?
Oh yes.
Where are we?
That's where we're going.
What is this place?
We're going to dance.
It's the parking lot. Tell them.
Here, show them.
Parking.
Conference room. It's a really big conference room.
Where am I headed?
We're going to the most busy area in Pattaya.
It's called Walking Street.
Walking Street.
See? That was a sick entrance into the parking lot, right? Okay guys, so we are walking down the walking street of Pattaya. Let's say it like that. You can find anything here and probably everything. So there's a guy boxing around the corner. You can shoot some guns. There's a lot of I don't know,
service offering.
Football. They show football. Now guys, honestly, it is actually, as you said, like the one in Pattaya, in Phuket. Even seems a little bit wilder.
Definitely is.
They, you know, if you're gonna walk on the street like that, they're gonna offer. What is he offering?
Of course, you know.
No, I don't know.
Something like ping pong show.
Okay, so yeah, different shows also. Overall, I would say it's actually not as, let's say, wild as we thought it is, because they also just sell souvenirs, clothing on here.
It's like a mix.
Yeah. All right. I don't think I can film the things they show us that they have here. But you know, especially if you're like, I think on vacation, it can be quite a impressionable experience. But yeah, the World Cup is also on right now, so they're streaming it here as well. So, strolled in to a big night market. And actually, surprisingly, it's not too hot in here. I would say tourist heaven, souvenirs, clothing. And overall, I would say Pattaya is kind of like how I expected. I was just telling Bianca on her scooter. Definitely has some areas I personally probably wouldn't necessarily spend too much time in, but on the other hand, it's a big city, especially just the vibe of like having skyscrapers. Oopsie, almost knocked somebody out with a big camera tonight.
Well, and also, you know, they also have the space apartment here. Oh, they have some nice apartments if you live here for long term.
That was the thing I was thinking. So many nice condo buildings I'm seeing here where I'm thinking like I wish they would have that kind of like, I'm sure some people won't agree, but Phuket. Like I really found sides of Phuket I really enjoyed. So you have like a 1 or 2 bigger apartment buildings in terms of the gym and everything. You know me, this is what I'm really enjoying in Thailand. To have like I come back here to kind of like rent a place for a little bit longer. And Pattaya, was it like 3 days overall?
Yeah.
I would say the highlight certainly is the place we're staying right now, and I think they have a lot of different hotels. So probably if you're in Bangkok, this is your safest bet. And yeah, seriously, when was the last time we were in a market like that?
One?
Been a while.
Yeah.
Well, I guess MBK in Bangkok maybe that doesn't count.
Different.
The man gave us free drink, huh?
Yeah, so nice.
Good scooter too.
If we will ever come to Pattaya, we'll come here.
Decent price.
Here.
That's a slight ripoff. Cup. To get us around, to give you a bit of an impression of the room. I really like it. So it's kind of like C design. The restaurant on the upstairs is called IC because I guess we see the sea from the window. So really nice. Got the bathtub here, mirror, and actually a humongously large bed, I would say. As you can see, around like I would say 3-4 people can fit in here and 1 octopus. So
well, Aunt Danny was like sleeping head is here and feet is here.
I don't know if you can tell how big it is, but very nice room, super nice vibes. In the back you see some like very large ships actually, I think from like old Thai times. Let's head out. So hard to leave. Going back to Bangkok, and Bangkok probably just gonna get like some simple hotel in the city center. So enjoying the last few minutes here, rolling out. Like around the 1 hour or 2. So to wrap up the time in Pattaya, first of all, as you can see, Bangkok at its best. We got the subway passing through. It's the sunset right now. And let's say it like that. I think if you are in Bangkok, you don't want to head out too much to like, let's say, the Krabi area or the islands, Koh Samui, Koh Phi Phi, so on and so on. I think it's a cool option to go to the beach. Very unique with the big buildings in the back. Yet for me personally, it's not really a place where I would want to stay longer. Some of the areas are really crazy in terms of cleanliness. It's also, let's say there's also a lot of older areas. The tourism has been there for a while. So it's not necessarily a place where I would go just to, let's say, stay longer. Even though I actually seen some people probably live there long term, heard a lot of Russian, German, fairly international, while at the same time the crazy area is just not necessarily for me. And yet I was actually surprised by how nice the beach areas are, how amazing the hotels are there. So in terms of, let's say, if you're in the big city, you don't want to head out, I think it's a really good option overall. And yeah, for me personally, I think that has been a pretty good month in Thailand, kind of like escaping the winter a little bit in Europe before I've been in Croatia. Actually, I think I've only done like 2 videos or something on YouTube, you can check them out. But yeah, spent 2 months in Europe and in Switzerland a little bit, and very good to be back in Southeast Asia. Probably gonna go to Bali next for a month actually. Very certainly heading out tomorrow. There will be a couple of more videos from Thailand. I really wanna, yeah, summarize a little bit the highlights, the best parts of Thailand this year. I think I've spent in total like good 3-4 months here in the country. And if If you're new here by any chance, make sure to join me on Instagram as well if you want to see where I am right now. It's also the best way to get in touch with me. And on that note, you too, got a world to see.